after the 75 times I've taken rods and pistons out of this freaking engine, if you look there, I can see the lock, and I can see the lock on the close one. Get closer, get in there so you can see it. That's the lock blocking the screen, and you can see it, and I look down there where I'm at. Might as well look down in there real quick and see, make sure I put all them things in there, because it's not far-fetched, you know? We just want to make sure all out. Just remember, this has been like a 2-week ordeal, and I kind of want to know for a fact. I don't want to wonder.
Although there's nothing on our table.
Still, it doesn't matter.
Still, yeah.
Something could have fallen down and rolled underneath the truck, went in the drain. Some could be gone. I just want to look and see. It's very easy. Look, just stick it down in there. I can see the lock in there in the middle, all the way on the other side right there. Just stick it down in there. You can see both sides. Looking once, done.
What happened?
I broke another one.
It was brand new too, wasn't it?
I was complaining. I shouldn't have complained about the first one that we messed up, because I went years and years, always had good tube, and now every single one I touch is messed up. So
yeah, and I think this is a favorite color around here. Everybody likes this color.
I'm just gonna spread out some of this, and
yeah, it's ready to go on, and then flip over.
Last chance. Look around, say bye-bye. Now this thing, this is how I put it on. Hold it up just like this, and then I look at these back 2 holes. These back 2 holes right here. Lower it down, because I got sealant on it. See? We put sealant on it. So now hold it, lower it down as close as you can, and line those holes up, and then let go. Now we'll go around and just barely tweak it so that it's in the center of the holes, and we're done.
How long ago did we do these?
I actually have no memory of doing these. I don't know. Don said we did them. Oh, they were all dusty. They were preserved fairly well. We did these, I don't really remember. We want to look at the top for rocker boxes, because we got to go find rocker boxes for it. Yep, 2 13s on the top. No other holes. Okay, so we need 20 rocker boxes too. Life will be easier. You can put any of them on pretty much, but if you get the right rocker boxes, the world just seems to be happier.
Yep. So we'll go find those. These still do look really good.
We'll check recession. Who knows?
Because we know what protrusion is. So, all right. On to the barn.
Now's when you find out how clean you got your flanges here. Because see, you don't have a lot of room. Really would have been nice, which it is clean. It's good, because we paid attention to it. But when you go to put this together, and now you find out, oh, I didn't clean that good enough. Yeah, don't do that. It's looks kind of like crap, but it's good. We touched off on it, and it's completely smooth. Can't feel nothing. Use this little tool right here. Works great. All we want it to be is just a little tight, just so it doesn't move. You don't need to cinch this thing down very tight. I think Pro seals are just fine. I think they're actually the same. Do they say national on them? I think they're like, I'm looking. No, they don't say national, but I'd use these just as good as any other ones. Yep, they do. So you might as well put it so that Bob can read it. Bob needs to read this, so put it so that it's up, which will spin around all over the place. Tool's 1 1/4 inch, so I have 1 1/4 inch and some soapy water. I just smeared the soapy water around, dip it. Yeah, maybe pick that up. Got dirt all over it. So I like to spin this around and just do constant swoop. See how it's all soapy? There you go. I guess I could have talked about this spacer a little bit right here, because they all come with a spacer, but you never really need to. Once you've done a single rear main, these pieces right here, you pull this off and it's inside of there. But you can use the same one over and over and over and over and over again. So this one, you don't even need to act like it's even there. Just leave the one. Once you do one rear main, then you're done, you're good. But what we need is to wipe off the soapy water now, because it's shown that if you leave that soapy water, it will rust. it'll rust that if you put it right in there and just wipe the tool off, right? Just hold it in right there and take the little DeWalt and unscrew them all the way out, and I'm holding it in, and you just pull it right off. There you go. Remain. Done. So Julie's cleaning the adapter flange. We actually robbed a bunch of parts for this to go on the last truck, on Bill's truck. So a lot of stuff got stolen, like we don't have a cam sensor, which we should have had them, but I guess we used it. Normally I would have the block heater, cam and crank sensors done before I flip the engine over. And then no block drains. Julie put those in, but I would take them out. That way when you're blowing the deck off, you just have a hole down there. Stuff can blow out if anything's in there in the coolant passageway. But we do got a new pump because the old pump was pretty freaking, let's look at it, pretty chewed up. Yeah. We don't need to use that. I mean, that's all rusty and nasty, but it's got divots in it and stuff. We got a new one. They're cheap. So now we'll come to the front and do low pressure regulator, oil pump, pump cover, and then front crank seal and balancer. Now on the front for the regulator, that little space right there, that little hole, you can actually put oil can inside of there and squirt some oil in there, just a little bit, and then have your finger inside of here, and then you can get it lubed up and then throw the low pressure regulator up in there. We'll put a little oil on this too right before we do it. I like to have it completely freaking wet. Just like that, it's all wet. Push up in there, you have a little restriction, you have to push just a hair. You should have to push just a little bit to get the threads to engage, and it's 12 hex head, just like the updated standpipes. This is such a big thread too. I just use a 3/8 ratchet and kill it. You got a fairly long ratchet and just kill it until the engine rocks over. I mean, you could torque that, I guess, if you wanted to, but yeah, I never do. Yep. We use all new hardware. Of course, we only have one harmonic balancer bolt. But we got adapter flange. It's pretty simple, just line it up. But don't try to push it all. Well, you'll see. You'll hear the difference. When it's bottomed, you'll hear it. It'll sound hard. Probably can't tell in the video, but you can tell. When it's moving, it makes a different sound than when it's seated. May God have mercy on his soul. Right? We might wind up with this thing broken. You think?
I hope not.
Maybe not. Hopefully not. I'm sure it'll have the utmost care taken to it. It won't be like... Didn't really check this. Yeah, see if we had burrs or anything holding it. See how well this goes in. It should go in. Yeah, pretty easy. I mean, yeah, you could argue I should have had it lined up before I even tightened it, but it was like no pressure. It went on easy. This thing does like 5 foot-pounds as tight as it gets it. Yeah, I wish we was chasing low pressure oil on the dash. Wasn't coming up. Fuck. I thought, no, it's not. I have spent time before trying to get this meshed. And then if you do it, it just falls into it.
Yep. A little bit of red Loctite there.
To fill in this nasty freaking... Reach under there and you can move this, because a lot of trucks, because they don't tighten it enough, that you just reach down, like right when you take the pump cover off. If you can loosen this by hand, then you need to take the entire pump off the truck and take the STC fitting out and probably replace the STC fitting. Which, who knows if the O-ring that we just... I mean, it's just a little bitty spot. Joey, you saw it. I'm gonna blame it on you. It's Joey's gig. Tighten it up. There you go. I mean, yeah, fine. I could get a crow's foot on it, torque it. I think it's like 69 foot-pounds or something like that. I could do that. Or just tighten it like the other 17,000 we've ever done. A little sealing around the bolt. I did that to the edge. Right there.
There you go.
Let's get it. Ideally, we'd like to get up on the frame when we do this, because it's a lot easier to press down. Now we just close the do not drop zone. Crank that. Crank it, George. Yeah, okay. Like it. You go straight up down now?
Back straight up and down.
Yeah, you go just straight back up and down.
Oh.
There we go.
Now I just do 50 foot-pounds 90 degrees. Close enough.
About like that.
Okay, deck surfaces and head gaskets. Like I've said many times, they are much better in the engine seal gasket set. So we got the studs in, protrusions all marked. Here, I'll go by, let you check out protrusion. 32, 33, 33, 34. This side, 33, 32, 34. So we got 2 thousandths on that one. Then over on the head, came by and put all the numbers on. 18, 19, 22, 18, 22, you can see it. 22, there's that one. 20 and a half, 24, 23, 18, 15, 15. Oh, that's 25.
25.
21, 21, those are all good. 25 is a bit high, but we got an 18 there to offset. 22, 23.
26 down there on that one.
26 right there, 23, 3, 22, 24. Yep. Okay, so they're not overly deep. That 26 is the deepest. So yeah, now we're gonna clean this off and get the head gaskets on and say bye-bye deck surfaces. There you go.